I'm currently in the process of replacing my e-brake cables. My e-brake has never worked on this car, so I've never actually done any drifting with the e-brake. It's been like that since I bought it. Here are the new ones. I've never replaced e-brake cables ever, but I went under there right now. I've already jacked it up, and it seems pretty self-explanatory. The only thing is the drive shaft is right underneath the e-brake cables, and I was contemplating as to whether I should remove the drive shaft or not. Here's the view from underneath the car. That's the drive shaft right there. So right now I'm looking at the e-brake cables, and I'm wondering if I should even remove the drive shaft, because that's one of them. And there's one that goes on this side. There's another one that goes on the other side. And it just would be so much easier to not have the drive shaft here in the middle. I think I might be able to disconnect that with just a screwdriver, pop it out, and do the same on the other side. The only one I'm questioning is the middle. But yeah, we're gonna give it a try. I think I'm going to start off by removing the nuts right here. I just removed the center console, and it looks like it's what, 210s? All right, now that I loosened the nuts on the top, I think I could pull this right out. This seems obviously way loose already because I released the tension. I think I'm gonna hook it from this side and that side right there, and then I'm gonna try to pull down so that I could assemble it down here. And once I pull them out, it looks like it's just being held on by that 10mm bolt right here, that one over there, and then like a brake clip by the wheel, as well as a pin, a cotter pin. So I'm gonna have to take those two out. I don't think I'll be removing the wheel, only because the axle is blocking it anyways. I don't think removing the wheel will make it any easier. In order for me to fully yank it down from the bottom, I had to remove obviously the thread from here. That's where it was being held on by the two nuts. And I had to remove the e-brake because for some reason the angle it was in, I wasn't able to like pull on it, as well as I had to open up this tab. This goes looped in here, and this little tab like holds it in place. So I had to pry it open and take off the 4 bolts with the e-brake in order to pull it out. But I got it out, and now when I remove this little cover to try to yank it off, it looks like it's still connected, like it's plugged in here. You see? All right, there we go. Okay, and now I should be able to yank on it from the bottom. And this is where it's at from the bottom. There's one side, there's the other. I've already removed the two 10mm that hold each one on each side, so they're hanging loose on this end. And now here I think I'm able to yank on it. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Cool. This is probably a better view, but see, that one's hanging on that side. This one's hanging over here. Now I have to remove it from here. Let's see. And it looks like, where is it? Okay. It looks like it has like one of those brake clips here, which is holding this. And what else? Okay. And it's holding on from here. So it looks like I have to remove this little cotter pin. So I can remove that, unhook, remove brake clip, and that's it. Okay, I don't think I'll have to remove the wheel for this, because like I said, even if I remove the wheel, the axle's still in the way. I don't know if you can see that. The axle's still in the way, so. All right, I'm gonna try to remove this one out. All right, I already took one side off. Now it's time for this side. So remove the little pin. All right, there you go. There it went. Now I just have to remove that brake clip right here, and then this hose will just loop right out. There we go. Damn, that looks pretty rough. All right, e-brake cables are out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare it to the new ones so I can assemble it. I'm just gonna match them up and then I'm gonna hook them on here. Good thing I record my work because I honestly pulled it out and I totally forgot which side went where. And I also had to remove the bag already, so I had to Google the part number. Obviously this old one has a yellow strip and so does this one, and I thought this was the driver's side but I wasn't too sure, so I referred back to one of the clips and I also verified with the part number. I just Googled the part number to see which one had the yellow strip, and when I Googled the part number, this one didn't have one and this one did. So that's how I verified, in case you do your e-brake cables and you do the same thing I did. I have to remove these clips and switch them over, and then it's time to install, and it's gonna be pretty easy. I'm almost done with the e-brake cables. That has actually taken me all day, partly because I record, set up the camera, I have to wait till it charges when my phone dies, and I've just been lagging it all day. I've avoided taking off the wheels, but now that I'm putting this clip that holds the brake line in place, I can't seem to get to it. I can't see it at all, so I'm gonna take off the wheel and see if that helps me and I am able to like stick my head in there, because I tried everything from underneath the car and I just can't get it. But these two clips are the last thing, and then the 4 bolts on top of the e-brake, and I'm done. Yay. All day I avoided taking these wheels off, and either way I had to take them off. The e-brake cables are done. That's the right side. That's the left side. And all the way over there, underneath the drive shaft, is the one that goes to the actual e-brake handle. Let me show you what it looks like from the top. I'm gonna pick up my mess now. But there's that. E-brake, the nuts are in. The bolts are in. I just have to put in the center console and she's good to go, but I don't want to put it just yet, just in case like I need to adjust something when I start driving it. So the e-brake works, which means I did a good job. The only thing is it's still a little bit hard for me to yank. It's really hard, so I might have to do what I did to my 240, which is add an extension like this. So that was my original e-brake, and then my friend just welded an extension, so instead of pulling up and down, I'm pulling towards me, which is way easier. And now that I have a welder, that's a possibility because I can do it myself. She looks good. That was it. I'm gonna go grab some food. I haven't ate all day. I feel like once you stop working on your car, you just lose momentum. At least I lose momentum, and then food makes me lazy. So now I have a headache because I'm really hungry, but at least it's done. The job is done. It took me longer than expected. It was my first e-brake cables, but I'm happy, and I'm gonna take it out for a little test drive later, see if it works. Hopefully it works. But I'm gonna go grab something to eat now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next one.